Okay, kids, well, I decided that you guys are old enough to know the story about your cousins. We know it was a tragic event, and we are the Sinclair family. We don't really talk about these events. We have to keep it to ourselves. But again, you guys are old enough, so we're going to tell you the story about what happened to your cousins a few years ago.
So to have a better understanding before we tell the story, we're going to tell you some examples of some of the genre. And the basic genre that we decided was drama mystery. So this is our bookmark, and we're going to read some books. And this is a bookmark that explains what it is. So drama is when exciting, emotional, or unexpected events happen, and mystery is when someone's solving a puzzle or a crime. And then some of the archetypes of a mystery drama are there's always a hero who's trying to solve a problem, and a villain who's keeping the hero from solving a problem or like started the problem. And then there's always a character who's seeking clarification about themselves, and then there's usually a love interest also. And then some conventions are, there's always a plot twist somewhere in there, and then there's usually it's like a happy environment, and then plot twist occurs, and then it usually goes downhill from there. So the first book, our example is Pretty Little Liars. So, and I use the TV series. It's also a book series, but I use the TV series. It's a TV series that follows the lives of five high school girls who live, whose life gets turned around after they believe one of their best friend dies, and someone starts begins sending them messages from the mysterious A, and they threaten to tell their secrets. And the theme of this story is secrecy, so they don't know if A will reveal their secrets to their family and friends or not. And then the protagonists are Hannah, Spencer, Aria, and Emily. And they're all best friends, and they're all trying to solve the mystery of who A is. And I have a quote that says, "Heads up BFFs, it's open season on Liars and I'm Cooking." And then the antagonists are Allison De Laurentiis, which is like, she was like the leader of the friend group, and then she died, and then right when she died, this mysterious A came in, and they didn't understand why. And right after her funeral, they got a message that said, "I'm still here and I know everything, A," so then they're solving that mystery. So is it generic or not? Well, the girls are trying, like, constantly trying to solve who A is, which is pretty generic. It's just back and forth trying to solve who it is. And each girl has like a love interest during the story. So, and then Spencer, Aria, and Emily, and Hannah are all like the heroes of the story because they're trying to solve who A is, who is also the villain. And they're all trying to constantly trying to seek clarification about themselves, so they don't get caught up in their lives.
Okay, so the next book we have, I guess, is Paper Towns. So the plot is about Quentin Jacobson reunites with his childhood friend, slash crush, Margot Spielman. In an adventurous all-nighter, his feelings begin to rekindle as she shows him the fun side of life. When Margot disappears the next morning, Quentin is left with clues that were left for him. Searching for this mystery girl, he soon finds out she was not the person he thought she was. The setting is mostly like Orlando, Florida, and like some parts of New York City, traveling around and stuff. The theme is that people change over time. Generic? I said yes because it's about a boy on a mission to find his soulmate who has disappeared and goes through obstacles to find her. The antagonist is Margot because she's also a stereotypical girl who like finds adventure and revenge and is the main point of conflict. She pushes Q away and forces him to solve her mystery. And a quote I have is, "You have to get lost before you find yourself." It's kind of cliche, because, yeah. Protagonist. Quentin is a stereotypical boy who is in love, and his ambitions drive him to find the love of his life and solve the mystery of Margot. So again, this also goes with the theme with the thing, that the love interest for mysteries and drama. Supporting characters. You got Q's friends, which is Ben, Radar, Lacey, and Angela. These friends are stereotypical teens who are either like nerds, or popular, or want to be ladies' man. Some quotes I have are, Margot always loved mysteries, and everything that came afterward, I could never stop thinking that maybe she loved mysteries so much that she became one. So yeah, overall this book relates to the genre because there's a love interest, and the hero's like Hugh trying to find Margot, which kind of starts the conflict, so she's kind of, yeah, she's kind of the villain, not really, but yeah.
I was just looking for Alaska, and as you can see, obviously I had a little error where I dropped the K as I was putting it on, so I had to improvise. But anyways, so the plot is all about this young boy who goes away to an Alabama boarding school seeking what's called his great perhaps, which is like the next moment in your life where like you go on the next adventure, you're on to the next big thing where like you're just seeking clarification about yourself and who you are and like what you want to do with yourself. And then the setting obviously is the Alabama boarding school. Most of the story takes place there. They go away like a couple of times. It's only for a short while. And then the theme is death because the novel is following this boy who's trying to seek his great perhaps, but the entire time there's a countdown the readers are given that the characters don't know about, but you know about. So it's like 134 days before, and you don't know what it's building to, but you know it's building to this plot point. And it turns out the girl he's fallen for like dies during the novel, and it's all, and then like the rest of the book follows the theme of death, where it's like the author wants you, like one of the big points of like the girl was always obsessed with this Simone Bolivar, who has said like we are stuck in this labyrinth, and the labyrinth is supposed to be life, and like some people like embrace the labyrinth, you know, and enjoy life. While others are constantly just trying to escape it, which only escape is death, is what they're stating. And then the character archetypes, I said the main character of Pudge isn't married, where he's normally, you know, he's like a social outcast. He's really intelligent, but most people take him for granted. He's like doesn't really fit with anyone too much, but he starts to fit with his friend group obviously when he goes to the boarding school. And then there's Chip, who's an alcoholic jock, where he used to fit more in line with the alcoholic jock, but then he starts to break the character archetype because yes, he does like yes, he smokes cigarettes and yes, he drinks, but then he starts to not belong with the other jocks, and he's like really intelligent too. And then Alaska, who's the girl Pudge is obsessed with, who's mostly a mysterious outcast, where you never know what she's gonna do next. Pudge is always like trying to figure it out. He's really interested in her and wants to find out more about her, but she's always taking like random left turns, and like you never know like what she's gonna do next because she's either like really emotional, really happy, like really sad, or just suddenly gets really angry. And then our archetype of the story, I said obviously there's a love interest, and then the characters are seeking clarification about something. Each one is seeking clarification about themselves in some way. Like Pudge is trying to find who he is and like find his group of people and like his great perhaps. Chip is trying to become like seeking a place to stay because his home life isn't great. And then Alaska's just trying to find a way to escape like the emotional trauma that she suffered as a kid. And then obviously like another archetype of a mystery, of a drama, is like the huge gut-wrenching plot twist of like her just randomly dying. And then how Looking for Alaska breaks convention/archetypes. The readers know that the plot is, unlike any mystery or any drama, the readers know that the plot is building towards something. The characters have no idea. Normally during a mystery, the characters are constantly trying to solve this problem, that's set before them, or like, so they know something happens in the beginning of the story, and they're constantly trying to build towards like what happened, or like trying to figure out like how they can solve it. But only the reader knows this time that the plot is building towards something, because they're given this countdown, certain number of days before certain number of days, and it keeps getting lower and lower, and you're wondering the entire time like what's happening, but you have no idea what's coming, and neither do the characters. And then there's no real hero or villain, because obviously there's a main character and there's a protagonist and Pudge, but there's not really I guess the villain of the story would be death, whereas there's no direct, you have no idea what's going to happen, so there's no real villain. It's not like people are trying to catch someone like a murderer or robber. And then Looking for Alaska, influence on genre. What really changed, what Looking for Alaska did first is use a plot twist in a way that has never been done before in a mystery, where it's suddenly it's a sudden plot twist that nobody is expecting, but you knew it was coming, the characters didn't. Whereas like all other mysteries normally follow like a code of a plot twist happens and then the characters try to figure out, like what happened. But you're the entire time you're trying to figure out what's going to happen, but the characters don't know if something's going to happen at all. And that's like something completely new to the genre.
Okay, so the next story we have is Charlie St. Cloud, and we used the movie version, but there's also a book. So the plot is basically Charlie's brother, Sam, dies in a car crash that Charlie survives. Charlie is given the gift of seeing his dead brother, but when the girl he falls in love with life is at risk, he must choose between his girlfriend and his brother. This is mostly set in like the harbor and like the cemetery mostly, because he like works in the cemetery and stuff. Theme is being afraid to let go, should not hold you back. So there's always like a constant like, should I choose my girlfriend or should I choose like my brother and stay with him? So generic, I said yes because there's like a crazy plot twist, like seeing dead people, and it's been a common theme throughout like mystery movies. And even towards the end, you find out that the girlfriend is like almost dying, I guess, and is in danger, and like his brother kind of like helps him see that truth. The antagonist is Sam, the brother, and he's the antagonist because he's like the only thing holding back Charlie from his girlfriend, who is technically still alive. Tess is also an antagonist, and she's holding back Charlie from connecting with his brother and keeping the family together. So it's not really technically a villain, but it's very like different sides, I guess, to choose from. The protagonist is obviously Charlie, and the conflict revolves around him trying to be there for his brother, but fall in love with the girl of his dreams. And I just have some quotes. Tess saying, "You didn't die in that car crash, Charlie." And then Charlie says, "Actually, I did." So it's just showing like the love interest and him like finding it hard to choose between him and his brother. And then this is one that Charlie said to his brother, "I'm not going to ditch you, Sam. I'm not going to ditch you." So just basically throughout the whole movie, it's just him trying to decide if to choose his brother or his girlfriend. And yes, it just relates because crazy plot twist and love interest.
Okay, and the last example is If I Stay, which is also a book, but I saw the movie. So the plot is a story that follows a young 17-year-old musician named Mia Hall. And she's recovering from a car accident. She got in with her family, and Mia's the only survivor. She ends up in a coma, and her parents and her brother both die. And I have a quote that says, "I'm not sure this is the world I belong in anymore. I'm not sure that I want to wake up." So she's kind of deciding, which is like the theme of the book or the movie, that she's deciding kind of like throughout the whole movie if she wants to wake up or not, because she's in this coma, but she can actually like see, it's like an out-of-body experience. And which is, the protagonist is Mia Hall, obviously, and the antagonist, which is kind of different, is it's also Mia, because the whole time she's the only one keeping her from waking up, because she has to decide if she wants to wake up an orphan or if she wants to die. And I have another quote that says, "I'm running the show, everyone's waiting on me. I decide I know this now, and this terrifies me more than anything else that has happened today." So that's when she realizes that she has the power if she wants to wake up or not. And then some important supporting characters were Adam, which is Mia's love interest, and then Kim and some of her other family members who go to the hospital a lot to try to, they visit her while she's in a coma to try to tell her that she needs to wake up, and that she, besides her parents and her brother, they're not the only family that she has, and they're still her family. And this quote is basically, it's just Adam saying that he really wants her to stay and he'll do anything for her to stay. And for generic, I said that the mystery of not knowing if she'll wake up is pretty generic, but the fact that Mia is the hero, technically the hero and the villain of the story, is kind of more artistic than completely generic. And then also, like I said, the character Adam is Mia's love interest. And then throughout the book and the movie, Mia is the character that's constantly seeking clarification about herself because she doesn't know if she wants to be alive or not.
So, now that we guys showed you some